Hey guys, if you haven't, make sure you check out this video first. I'll be making more videos like this in the future, so if there's any characters that you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. Let's optimize Edgeguard options for Bowser against Kazuya. Now I don't play Bowser, but I do understand Kazuya's recovery pretty well. So the first step is to understand Kazuya's recovery options. Kazuya has one long double jump that can be used before or after an up B. He has a laser to stall his fall, one air dodge, and either one up B or one side B. It's important to know that he can only use one up B or one side B in one recovery. His up B has a lot of end lag and it has a hitbox going up, but it isn't very big. Side B also has a lot of end lag, and it's usually used to grab the ledge. When Kazuya isn't sent too far, he can recover low enough to avoid many characters' edgeguard attempts. Always make sure to take note of what Kazuya has left as he makes his way back to the stage. This goes for edgeguarding any character. The next step is knowing Kazuya's attack range. You don't want to get caught off guard by being in the wrong place or by being too close. The first thing you'll need to look out for is his laser, which many Kazuyas like to use as soon as they're sent towards a blast zone. His airspeed is pretty slow and his other aerials aren't too big, so staying out of the range should be pretty easy. His side B has a big range in front of him, but it can cost Kazuya's stock if it's used too low. His up B isn't too hard to avoid. It goes straight up and can only move a little bit to the left or to the right. By the way, if you have a hard time telling apart up B and double jump, up B has its own sound effect and has more visual effects. Now we can talk about Bowser's own toolkit. He has a much better airspeed than Kazuya and a pretty good double jump. When it comes to covering an opponent's ledge grab, Bowser's Fire Breath is great for tacking on damage. He can also use tilts and other moves to hit ledge grabs, but he can get punished for missing. Off stage, his special moves aren't great for edgeguarding, so we'll just stick to his aerials. Down air can be used to spike someone, but you would lose a stock for it. Neutral air doesn't send at a good angle and will probably help Kazuya instead. Up air doesn't send at a good angle either. Forward air and back air are both really good at killing off the sides or setting up for another edgeguard. Forward air is a bit weaker, but it has a much wider range, so it's probably more reliable to use. Now we can theorize good positions for Bowser to pressure and edgeguard from. If Kazuya recovers too low, Bowser can't put himself in a strong position. He can try stage spiking or hit Kazuya's ledge grab with a Fire Breath or another attack. It's up to you whether you think this is worth it or not. If Kazuya doesn't recover low, we can figure out a good position by visualizing his attack range. Being above Kazuya lets Bowser punish an up B more easily, but if Kazuya goes high, that won't always be possible. Other areas can still be good to position yourself in, even if they don't cover every recovery. The idea behind being in these areas is to avoid attacks, but be within range to punish an up B, side B, air dodge, and maybe even some attacks. If Kazuya wasn't sent too far, he can still utilize many mix-ups to get back to the stage. When this happens, stay by the ledge and react to any high recoveries, and cover any ledge grab attempts. If they make the mistake of picking a reactable mix-up, Bowser will be there ready to punish. Hanging at the ledge can be a pretty useful position to punish from too. Just keep in mind that you'll have to use a back air instead of a forward air, and make sure to get back on the stage if the opponent gets too close. When Kazuya's recover very high, it will usually be a mix-up of air dodges and attacks. You can use up smash to beat attacks, or wait and react to an air dodge. When you start doing edgeguards with the idea of waiting on your opponent's options, you'll learn how limited some characters are when they're in a disadvantaged state. Understanding the end lag and distance of your opponent's moves is super important, and you'll learn that best through practice. Fine-tune your edgeguarding enough, and you'll stop being surprised by all the seemingly weird things that happen in this game. So practice, practice, practice. That's it for this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to see more edgeguarding videos in the future, and let me know what characters you want me to talk about next. Until next time.